Dosa, a common breakfast dish and street food, is high in carbohydrates and contains no sugar or saturated fats. As its constituent ingredients are rice and urad dal, it is also a source of protein. A mixture of rice and urad dal that has been soaked in water is ground finely to form a batter. Some add a handful of fenugreek seeds soaked along with the rice. The proportion of rice to lentils is generally ratio of 4 to 1 or 5 to 1. The batter is allowed to ferment overnight. After the overnight fermentation, the batter is mixed with water to get the desired thickness. The batter is then ladled onto a hot tawa, greased with oil or ghee. It is spread out evenly with the base of a ladle or bowl to form a pancake. A dosa is served hot, either folded in half or rolled like a wrap. The mixture of urad dal and rice can be replaced with highly refined wheat flour or semolina. Naan, in parts of South Asia, usually refers to a specific kind of thick, flat bread. Generally, it like a pita bread is usually leavened with yeast or with bread starter. Unleavened dough is also used. Naan is cooked in a tandoor, from which tandoor cooking takes its name. This distinguishes it from roti, which is usually cooked on a flat or slightly concave iron griddle called a tawa. Typically, it is served hot and brushed with ghee or butter. It can be used to scoop other foods or served stuffed with a filling. For example, keema naan is stuffed with a minced meat mixture.
This food is called the biryani. It is a mixed rice dish from South Asia. The word biryani is derived from the Persian language. The origin is uncertain. There are varieties of biryanis. A part of the ingredients are the spices. Some of the spices are ghee, nutmeg, cardamom, cinnamon, and coriander. Others also are included, such as onions, garlics, and bay leaves. Meat and fish are usually cooked with the biryani to give more taste. These are some of the side dishes. Other side dishes include curry, salad, boiled egg, and also rice is one of the main ingredients. This dish is called the tandoori chicken. It originates from the Indian subcontinent in the state called Punjab. The name comes from the type of cylindrical clay oven, a tandoor, in which the dish is prepared. It is eaten as the main course. It is also known as chicken tikka in places like Britain. To prepare the dish, the chicken is marinated with yogurt and spice mixed tandoori masala. Cayenne pepper and chili powder are used to give the red hue. Turmeric powder also helps in producing an orange color.
Pakute is a Chinese soup popularly served in Malaysia and Singapore and also neighboring areas like Indonesia and Thailand. The name literally translates as meat bounty and at its simplest consists of meaty pork lips similarly in a complex broth of herbs and spices and 4 hours. Despite its name, there is in fact no tea in the dish itself. The name refers to a strong oolong Chinese tea which is usually served alongside the soup in the belief that it dissolves the copious amount of fat consumed in this pork dish. However, additional ingredients may include offal, pieces of mushroom, couscous, and pieces of dried tofu or fried tofu puffs. Additional Chinese herbs may include yuzu and zhuji, which give the soup a sweeter, slightly strong flavor. Light and dark soy sauce are also added to the soup during cooking, with varying amounts depending on the variant. The Teochew version is lighter than the Hokkien. This dish can be garnished with chopped coriander or green onions and a sprinkling of fried shallots. A meat of bak kut teh served with Chinese donut. Bak kut teh is usually eaten with rice or noodles, and often served with youtiao, char kway for dipping into the soup. Soy sauce is preferred as a condiment with which chopped chili padi and garlic is taken together. Bak kut teh is typically a famous breakfast meal. The Hokkien and Teochew are traditionally tea-drinking cultures, and this aspect runs deep in their cuisine. Main ingredients is pork ribs, complex broth of herbs and spices, including star anise, cloves, cinnamon, these things. For history, Bak kut teh is a herb soup dish developed in Malaysia among Hokkien immigrant communities. It is popularly thought to have originated in Klang, whereas the Teochew variant is thought to have originated from the coolies working at the wharves along Singapore River. The dish is prepared to supplement the diet of port coolies and as a tonic to boost their health. The Teochew came later, and the main visual differences between the Hokkien and Teochew version of bak kut teh is that the Hokkien use dark soy sauce, and thus the soup base is characteristically darker and in color. The Chinese word bak, which means meat, is the pronunciation in Hokkien and Teochew. For price, one bowl of price is 12 ringgit.
Dim sum is a style of Cantonese food that has grown increasingly popular in Western world in recent years. It is inextricably linked with yumcha or the act of drinking tea, so much so that even now the two phrases are used interchangeably. The unique culinary tradition began thousands of years ago. Those who traveled along the ancient Silk Road through China would often need a place to rest before continuing on their journey. In response to the increasing amount of people passing through, tea houses opened up along the roadside of southern China. It was later discovered that tea aids digestion, so tea house owners began offering bite-sized snacks as an accompaniment, and thus yumcha was born. Dim sum means touch the heart in Chinese. The small portions were designed to merely touch the heart, not sate the appetite, and as such were first enjoyed as snacks. Over time, however, yumcha has evolved, and the cuisine is now a vital part of Chinese culture. In southern China and specifically Hong Kong, many restaurants start serving dim sum as early as 5 in the morning. It's commonly believed in the culinary world that Yomcha inspired brunch as it's so often enjoyed mid-morning. Traditional dim sum restaurants don't serve dinner. Instead, they open incredibly early and close in the early afternoon. However, more modern Yumcha restaurants serve dim sum throughout the day and into the evening to satisfy the increasing demand for the mini morsels. Treasure is the name of both of roasted Asian pork dish and the sauce used to marinate the dish's meat before it is roasted. In Asian communities, the meat is often hung in front of windows of shops and restaurants and can be easily identified by the bright red color on the surface of the meat.
This color can be achieved with either food coloring or the red bean paste. The marinade or char sauce is usually made of dark soy sauce, hoisin sauce, 5-spice powder, and rice wine, although with extra spices such as star anise, brown sugar, and fermented bean sauce also can be added. The meat can be served on its own as a sliced entree or shredded or chopped and used in other dishes. The name of char translates to mean pork roasted, which is a reference to the original cooking method. The meat, after marinating, is traditionally placed on a long-cooked fork and roasted over an open fire, allowing the flames to caramelize the sugars left from the marinade. This method is rarely used outside of very traditional or high-end restaurants. Instead, the meat is more commonly cooked either hanging vertically in a tall oven or simply roasted. The pork is occasionally finished on a grill to provide darker color and crispy outer texture. The preparation of char starts with the assembly of marinade, which imparts most of the flavor to the pork. The marinade is made from a base of hoisin sauce, dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, 5-spice powder, rice wine, and usually granulate or brown sugar. Additionally, ingredients can be include diced green onions, star anise, ginger, garlic, and sesame oil. The distinctive red color of pork can be gained by including either red food coloring or red bean paste in the marinade. Although neither these ingredients nor the coloring is necessary, the meat is marinated in the mixture of overnight. Once the pork has completed marinating, it is roasted in an oven or on a grill until it has finished cooking. In the last moments of cooking, honey or malt sugar is brushed over the surface to give the meat a glossy sheen. It can be served as a roast with vegetables or sliced in other dishes. A popular use is a filling in steamed buns called char bao. Char sauce itself also can be used on its own. Independent of pork, it can be used to treat other meats or poultry such as duck. It also is served over rice and vegetables, for which it provides a strong taste and color to an otherwise vegetarian dish.